Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Alpha traders all around this blue marble. How is everybody? Just a moment of truth here for Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. As you can see, this is the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin, and we'll get back to the regular chart, and I'll show you some things that are going on, especially with the Z-square log returns. About 4 hour, where did we just reject from? We rejected from the reverse wave trend. There's a reason why it's called the wave trend. I mean, this thing is very powerful, very powerful. It acts as really good support, but also really good resistance all over the place. We're there again. If Bitcoin wants to have a chance to start making it back up to, look, we're not out of anything until Bitcoin gets back over about 54 or 55K. And I'll show you here on the projection chart why. I've been talking about it for weeks. Obviously, you guys already know what I'm going to show you. Top side, 68.3 Laplace distribution range. We're going to get a new day here. Now, this is par for the course, right? This is par for the course going into, is this the BRE? Yes, but this is on Matic. Let me flop this over to Bitcoin. Actually, let's throw this on the index. We don't need to be on perps right now. It's going to be a very similar chart. But you can see Bitcoin definitely did a 1SD move today. You can see when we started out today, Bitcoin came down, made an attempt to test this daily price action volatility range, right? We got outside to 68.3, ran a wick up that rejected to the dollar. We're at bottom side of the new weekly price action volatility range, right? There's the top, center, bottom. Look at the wick. There's a reason why we use this indicator. Then what did Bitcoin do? It rejected. Where did it go down to after a couple 4-hour candles? Almost at the end of this, the second 4-hour candle after the tap up here to the bottom of the weekly comes down and it drops down on the new 4-hour candle and bounces to the dollar on the first standard deviation normal distribution on this 4-hour candle. Look at the wick. When people are going, oh man, these random wicks are never random. Algorithms are pushing this market around. The algorithms are programmed with distribution levels, period, the end. You can bring the argument if you want. I'm not hard to find. I'm either in the dog park down the street or I'm in the Discord. But anyway, we bounce off of this first standard deviation to the downside on that 4-hour candle. We go up, test the top side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range, make a run back down, test the top side of the daily price action volatility range. And after not really getting into the meat of this daily price action volatility range, this was kind of a no-brainer to get in a little bit of the meat of it, right? Almost tested the center of it. Then we fly up past the first standard deviation, normal distribution, and past this red line is the first resistance level of the daily price action volatility range. Drop back down below. You can see what we're doing right now. Why here towards the end of the day is Bitcoin coming back down? Everybody that knows price action volatility ranges knows exactly what's going on right now. Bitcoin, any asset is going, but when we get into the last 4-hour candle of the day, the price action is going to want to drift up or drift down towards the new daily price action volatility range. Where at this point, probably, let's say topside's probably about 42.5. We're gonna be looking. This is gonna be the first day in a while though that we're gonna ramp up this daily price action volatility range. It's going to be firmly. It would have been nice to get it up in the weekly volatility range. To be honest, it's not going to quite get there. I mean, hey, if price action stays up here, we might get the top side above the bottom of the weekly, but we actually would probably have to close up here above the 1SD. I would say if we close up here around 43K, the top side of the price action volatility range will be inside the weekly. But as of right now, it's going to be a little bit below. Now, did we trend today? Yeah, we did not a big trending day, but we did trend to the top side, right? We kind of dicked around a little bit, but the major part of the trend was to the top. Um, I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see a tighter daily volatility range, right? We're talking about in this area right around in here. Maybe top side 42.5 down to 4,200, maybe something like that. Maybe tighter than that. We might see a $250 range, maybe 42.5, 42,250, something like that. Time will tell. And that time is about 1 hour and 52 minutes away. We will find out. All right. Now, let's go over to our probabilities chart, right? Some projections, some current candle. This is on the weekly. I was talking about this. I've been talking about it for a long time. I've been talking about these ranges since the 41K low, and these two weekly candles tested the 95.4 Laplace distribution range to the top side to the dollar, right? Wick rejected. Wick rejected. Went sideways, went up, almost tested the first SD on this weekly. Was pretty much in between the 68.3 top side Laplace distribution and the first standard deviation normal distribution. Pulled back, started coming down. As soon as we dropped in, as soon as we closed this weekly candle inside this 68.3 Laplace distribution projection from the 41K low, I told everybody Bitcoin is going to be ranging in here probably till the end of January, maybe even longer. This could push into the first quarter of the year, right? We could literally see Bitcoin maybe right around in here finally break out. But you can see here was the big dump candle, tested the bottom side of the 68.3, right? And now when we had this pull up right here and we started to run back up to the top, everybody was getting bullish again. Oh, here we go. And I was like, hold yourself. I guarantee you Bitcoin comes down and retests this wick. Hello? Not only did we retest it, we closed the candle at it. Right at the 68.3 too. This weekly candle tried to dip down below, wasn't having anything to do with it. The 68.3% Laplace distribution range on this weekly current candle to the top side, $43,795. We got within about $650 of it today. Okay, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we get some continuation to the top side. But like I said before, we're going to have to close some 4-hour candles above that 4-hour reverse wave trend, or I'm telling you right now, smile, we're going back down below 40K. If we reject from there, mark my words, this thing's going to drop back down below 40K. Probably come down and test this first standard deviation fully at about 38.9, 38,886. We could see that. So this is an important time for Bitcoin to get out of this hole. The bulls are trying to make a run right now. There's a lot of seller exhaustion going on, so the bulls have a chance. If they want to push this, they can. A lot of stuff is correlated to the traditional markets. Traditional markets started out a little poor today. They pulled out, right? SPY was down a couple points, I believe, going into the day pre-market. Ended up 4.2 points up. NASDAQ right now, the minis, they're up about 216 points. So not a bad day. I'm ever keep an eye on these minis, right? Keep an eye on these minis. In my opinion, right? I watch these e-minis to kind of get a little bit of an idea about what the pre-market on SPY is going to be doing. And it's really nice. We had somebody come into the Discord waiting to see if he wants to join up. Supposedly he was a market maker in NASDAQ. I was like, bro, you'd fit in perfect. You would catch on quick to this. If you were a market maker in NASDAQ, I guarantee he's understanding what I'm talking about. Those guys know volatility, probability, and statistics. If you're a market maker, you better not be dicking around with the old yellow 21 and the Fibonacci. You're gonna get yourself wrecked. Unreal. Market makers don't mess with that stuff. Trust me, they do not. All right, let's see here. Top side. Let's even say going into next week. You can see the top side of the 68.3. It is rising really quick. Next week, it's going to be over 55, 55,250. I'm telling you, until we start closing daily candles above this 68.3 Laplace distribution range, this thing is not going anywhere to the top side. the continuation is not going to go up to these higher numbers, right? The 100K levels. Yeah, not going to happen. These are powerful, powerful levels here, right? These distribution percentage levels are powerful. The percentage is 68.3% of the time this Bitcoin data set is going to stay in here. And I've done this before. And this is what I'm kind of seeing happening. Now, we do have that trend changing bold divergence on the weekly chart between price action and returns. To me, in my opinion, if we break that 4-hour reverse wave trend, we're going to the top side here. That's going to be that. Then this is going to be the problem, getting by that 68.3. This is what you could see, guys, right? We could see this and then a breakout. We could be stuck in the 68.3 for a while, driving people nuts, getting them in bad positions, right? The only thing you're not going to see Bitcoin do is go like this. You're not going to do that.
Damn.
Yeah, man. All right, so let's see here. That's enough of the probabilities. Let's get into the meat of this bad boy. I already went over to the BRE. Look at this view. And you guys, when this stream's over and when I get done at the dog park, the Alpha Trading Ultimate Power Means that have the built-in variance log moving averages, you'll see there's plots. You can set these plots up to do so many things. That indicator, Shannon Entropy Percentile Indicator, will both be published by about 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Those two indicators will be published privately. And so anybody that has the Alpha Trading system, you will be getting access to those indicators.
Shit. Thank you, James. Fuck.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Oh no. It's all fucking good, brother. We traders. We traders. All right, let's see here. You know what? First, what I want to do are on the 4-hour. Now, this is what I was noticing yesterday, right? This is what I was noticing yesterday. Now, what's going on with the Z-score of log returns, right? This is the Z-score log returns. And if you have the Alpha Trading System, you pop open the inputs, you'll see, right? You can put bands around the Z-score. I like using the confidence intervals better. But when you do put the bands around them, you get like a 3 SD band matching up with the 99% confidence interval. Hey, it's a no-brainer. What do you think is going to happen? There's a high probability that thing's turning around and shooting to the downside. But you can use mean of log returns as a source. I highly recommend, because just using Z-score regularly for price, no good in my opinion. You need to have the divergence, right? Now, what kind of divergence is building right now, right? Bear div. Bear div already built on the returns oscillator. That's kind of and when did it set in? It set in right when we tested that 4-hour reverse wave trend. So Bitcoin's pulled back. I mean, not too much, to be honest, for a 4-hour, but I guarantee it. Let me take one more peek over here on the VRE. We get this daily range. That 4-hour, if the bulls are trying to take control here, the bear div I'm seeing on the 4-hour is probably going to take us to the bottom side of the daily price action volatility range, and then maybe a bounce from there. And by that time, maybe we're going to be building some hidden bull div. But to be honest, yeah, we could from this data set right here. So price action on the 4-hour could probably drop down. See it here. Yep. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So if you see the next 4-hour candle pull down to about 42.2 area, you're going to see this returns oscillator probably below the zero mean, below this low right here, creating a lower low on the returns oscillator. You're going to have a higher low on price action. hidden bull div, some continuation, make another charge to that 4-hour reverse wave trend, close some 4-hour candles above that. Look for us to start making our way back up to that 55K region, right? Look for it. Look for it. And also, here, that's what I wanted, monthly. First stop is going to be about $50,400 region, $50,300 region. And that's going to be at the 68.3 Laplace distribution range to the top side on the monthly. If we close some daily candles above that, look for 55K, no doubt. We bust outside of the top side of that 68.3 above 55K. I'm telling you right now, this thing's going to run to the 1SD on the monthly back to 59. Now, let's go to the weekly chart real quick. This was the trend changing divergence that I've been talking about, right? Between returns and price action. We could care less about the RSI or stochastics or MACD or any of that crap these people use. We could care less. We want to know when there's the returns between price action and returns. That's all that matters. And right now, there is bull div. And if this weekly candle, let's see, what is that 33 at up here? 46,226. We close this weekly candle above that 33 length variance log MA. We're probably going to make that run up to the 9, which is above 50. That's right above the 68.3 Laplace distribution range to the top side on the monthly. So I'm watching this on the weekly chart, how this is going to progress. I'm telling you right, we close this weekly candle bullish period. That bull div is firmly set in because, hey, is there a bottom yet? No, it hasn't set in yet. Hell, this candle could dump out. All right, this candle could dump out. It's starting to build the bottom of a data set, though. And if this weekly candle were to close up here, especially if we do a backfill, up there around 47, 48K, it's going to look real good to make an explosion up past that 68.3 on the monthly, making a move to the top side of the 68.3 on the projection from the 41K low, so on and so forth, stair stepping our way back up to the moon. Should we say moon? Bitcoin to the moon. We all know everything's going to follow Bitcoin, right? We already know that. So everybody's just being patient. I see a lot of people in different discords crying like a bunch of babies. They don't understand investing. They definitely don't understand market dynamics, and they're lost. Why is my coin down? Why won't my coin? My coin is the coin of all coins. My coin does everything. It's like Bitcoin's the king, man. Everything's going to follow Bitcoin. You're going to have your outlier shit coins that pump 3,000% because there's pump and dump groups pumping them. It's just the way it is in this market. It's insanity. But hey, it is what it is. I am looking at the end of this week. This Shannon entropy percentile right here. It is expanding on the weekly. Last time it expanded on the weekly, we had the run up from 29K up to about 52. Then we had the little pullback and then we ran up to 70K. Here is, let's see here. Okay. And Shannon entropy percentile expands. Right there, it continues to expand, but it goes negatively correlated. That's why we got the down move. But then, as soon as Shannon entropy started to contract negatively correlated, we walked up to 70K. You guys are going to love this. You're going to love this Shannon entropy percentile. Shout out to Van. Van is a incredible person. That's all I can say about Van F.
Sweet. I did
Yeah,
like
man.
his previous ones.
Yeah.
Hit the nail right on the head. Like I can't.
Oh.
I don't even know what I'm looking at yet, but I can figure it out. But like,
I know you can.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. It's a great indicator. Everybody's going to really like it. It works. I mean, obviously, As soon as I saw the indicator, it's not directional. Right? It's not a directional indicator. So what does Bilbo do? He throws a correlation underneath it. And as soon as I did it, I was like, yep, exactly what I thought it was. Another powerhouse. And we use these all in confluence, right? At the same time, entropy itself is starting to drop. Never went into trend, but it was correlated to the top side, big time. And then right when it started going back down, the percentile or the correlation was still rising, but that it was going back into randomness and it pulled back. The market was random, and then boom, it starts to drop into trend again. Correlation to the top side, round up 70K, and it all correlates with the Shannon entropy percentile as well. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So that's the weekly. Let me pop up here on the monthly real quick. We're not going to get super good history, especially on the entropy. I would love to see what the entropy is doing on a monthly. There's just not enough history. The Shannon entropy percentile, though, this whole down move on the monthly. Look, right on the monthly, when it started going positively correlating while the entropy was contracting, 3 months down from the 70K high. So it's what we're going to want to see. If this monthly entropy is going to continue to contract, and throughout the rest of this month, if we continue to pump into the next month and you see the contraction of entropy, you will see this go negatively correlated while it is continuing to contract to lower percentages here. As soon as that entropy expands again, you're going to want to see it positively correlated. It can expand from here. It doesn't have to contract all the way, right? It doesn't have to contract all the way, but we do. Wait a minute. Yes, reload. Lost my correlation. Load up, baby. Okay, there we go. It can expand right here and stay positively correlated. That's even going to be a more powerful move, especially on the monthly, right? But even as I say that, hell, the run up to 70K from the 29K low, right there, all the way up, it was contracting. It was contracting negatively correlated here at the end. So, contraction, expansion, positive or negatively correlated. Everybody knows all the different scenarios. Yeah, it seems that the entropy percentile, it doesn't really matter. It's just literally giving you direction. This is what's happening. And we did here on the Fisher, on the returns oscillator, there was bear div on the monthly. If people are like, why is Bitcoin going down? There was divergence between returns and price action. This monthly chart was screaming at people, hey, the investment on your return is diminishing. Take your profit up here at the top. You're about to get dumped on. That's exactly what happened. DLP, same thing. Deviation log pro, bear div, bear div, bear div. Little bit at the end here, bear div. On the log return Z-score. I'm not even going to get a variance read, but that's okay. When did we get a new 5-day? I'm pretty sure it's like, yeah, we just got a new one. 14th. Yeah, we'll get one on the 14th. Just fine. Z-score log returns turning up. And obviously, I talked about this yesterday. Another high time frame. Just like the weekly, the returns oscillator is bouncing off the zero mean with bull div. Just like I said yesterday, and I'm sure there's people watching going, no, we're in a bear market. We're going to zero. Like there's trend changing divergence on high time frames. Wake up. It's not divergence between your retarded RSI or stochastic or MACD indicators, right? This is returns, man. Price action follows returns. It's not a lagging indicator. It's telling you what's going on with the returns of your investment. I don't know how more. I just want to cram it down people's throats. There's a reason why we use this stuff. There's a reason why high frequency trading firms use this stuff. I would rather be on the right side of a trade. It's incredible. Incredible. It's incredible. Nice. Getting a little up move here. Matic. Yeah, let's see if we bounce. If Bitcoin going into the end of the day here, see if it bounces off the top side of this, the bottom side of the weekly volatility range. Like I said, we close up here. We close up here around 50 or 43K. It's gonna pull. It's gonna pull this daily price action volatility range up pretty damn high. We're gonna be up in this area. Like I said, we'll probably get the top side inside the weekly range. If we can start, especially this week, if we can start ramping this thing up and getting these daily price action volatility ranges into the weekly range, preferably above it, look out. Look out. Maybe we come out of this a lot quicker than I thought. I've been talking. I was like, we could be stuck. I've been saying we could be stuck in this range for a while. It's going to take the bulls are going to have to blast off to get out of this 68.3. Or we could range in here for another easy month and a half, right? We could be in here till the end of February. Easily. So that's a 5-day, 3-day. 3-day candle looking real good. Yes, sir. When's this 3-day close? Still a big Thor hammer on their ass. 12th. Tomorrow, huh? Yeah, it's all right. I never know what the date is. Yep, tomorrow. So we get a 3-day tomorrow. It'd be real nice. Close the 3-day tomorrow up over that 43K level, which hell, that's easy. This thing could close a lot higher than that. This is looking real good, to be honest. The one thing on the returns oscillator, I mean, there's bull div, but we're talking way back here, way back here. It's just hold on. So I'll take that back. This is a lower low here. So we got some bull div from this area on the 3-day. That's it though. Returns oscillator. I mean, there's really barely just a little bit. But the fact we're having a good 3-day candle and this Z-score log returns hasn't even turned up yet, we could reject. We could reject off that 4-hour reverse wave trend. You would think popping out of that hole on the 3-day from under 40K, that thing would turn up by now, but this is the Z-score of log return. So the 3-day log return candle, no, it hasn't. It's still facing down. So we got to keep an eye on that one. 2-day though, shitload of bull div. Shitload of bull div. Returns oscillator. Actually, we have it on several stabs on the low length Fisher, the returns oscillator, and the Z-score of log returns, the deviation log pro, all over the place. Now this is okay. We're having this up move on the 2-day right now. You can see the correlation is really getting high, but it's decreasing. It's decreasing, and we're going back into randomness on the entropy. Same thing here. We are contracting positively correlated, which brought these 2-day candles down to begin with, right? From right here, you can see, boom, it peaked out right there. Then boom, we dropped down under 40K when it was going positively correlated. So we either need this to continue to contract and head back down into negative correlation, or expand coming into this new 2-day candle I believe we get today. This 2-day looks good. No, tomorrow. That's right. Today we got the new 2-day at the beginning of today. But that looks pretty good. We all know, the ones of us that trade volatility know what creates these candles, right? You'll never hear me just go, hey man, we got a descending triangle. Hey man, we got an ascending triangle. I'm always going to tell you volatility creates these candles, and these candles tell me what volatility is doing. And I like what the 2-day looks like right now. It looks really good, especially if all the bull div. This we're gonna have to go if a lot of volatility comes in, we're gonna have to watch this correlation on this next 2-day close. We want it to go positively correlated and have some expansion, right? And plus, we had this little bit of trend on this down move, but since the run up to 67, and then the run up to 67K, that was the last trend on the 2-day, except this little drop we had, right? The drop on the 2-day we just had wasn't trend. All this random. This is all random. This entire move down from the all-time high has been random price action. But everything rolls uphill, right? We got the Shannon entropy expanding on the 2-day, going into significant positive correlation, right?
Can I ask?
Decreasing. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask? Like this is a perfect example. So these guys are expanding. I don't know yet. Is the Shannon going to be positive? Yeah. Increase. Green candle next.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
why these 2-day candles look like this,
Yeah.
right? Nice
So
big bull wick, and then this is nice bullish 2-day, or this is daily, sorry. On the daily. That's why we had that rip up from under 40 yesterday, because we went into significant positive correlation expansion on the entropy.
So then now I was going to ask, if we see Shannon like this, not being so random, significantly correlated, and then we see that we're getting more, we're going to start increasing in randomness on our entropy. Do you think that Shannon will help with regards to seeing the markets clearer because it's not necessarily directional?
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
100%. Well, is where it's really going to help you, because hey, right, we all know trends trend. You know exactly what's getting ready to go on with
Yeah.
price action. But that's where when you are in a random market and the Shannon entropy is expanding, significantly positively correlated, bam,
Mm.
that's you're going to go to the top side. Or if it's expanding,
Price.
negatively correlated, like right here, expansion, negatively correlated. All this down.
I'm thinking it could be a really great tool for trading with regards to a lot of confusion in the market. Like this is a very
Yeah.
good point for
Yep.
this thing to be doing what it's doing right now. So that's quite nice.
100%, man. Yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it indeed. I mean, this whole down move up here from 67 down to about 54, like $13,000 move. The Shannon entropy started, let's see, first it was contracting, positively correlated. Then right here where it started expansion and the rest of the way down, negatively correlated. And it just walked.
Mm,
But these are super high time frames. I really like it. Like when you go down here on the 15-minute, it's just more confluence of really what's going on,
yeah.
100% to use, especially when we're getting these outliers on the variance, right? It's just some correlation. I can already see over here the Shannon entropy was flat when that pump was happening, negatively correlated. So that's one more thing telling you, yeah, we're going to the top side. Although we all know
Mm,
everybody that uses the variance, it's a no brainer. I mean, hell, you could sit back and trade this. To be honest, if you're a low time frame freaking volatility scalper, this variance is your best friend. 100%.
Noted. Noted.
Yep. But yeah, you can see even on the 15-minute this run up we've had on Bitcoin. When you see the Z score get outside this 99% confidence interval, this Z score is going to work its way down. And this would be perfect on the 15-minute going into the end of the day to come down to like that 42.2 area, maybe. Test the bottom side of where the new daily range is going to be. There was definitely a bear div building on everything. Bear div on returns oscillator, bear div on log return Z score, bear div on DLP, bear div on, excuse me, Fisher. It's all over the place. See, and there was a real nice 15-minute move that got us up to the top, big time. You can see, boop, dropped in the trend real quick. And Chippy did for sure. And the Z score historical volatility was coming down, negatively correlated. Had that little jump up here, went positively correlated to finish out. Very interesting. Let's see something here. Yeah, I like seeing this though. When on the 15-minute where we're making these moves, they're stepping back up, getting Bitcoin back up to some higher numbers. Where these APPs, they just don't stay pegged up here, telling you that there's a lot of buyer exhaustion. There's not, man. They came down easy. I'd like to actually see them if we do drop down to that new daily range or wherever it's going to be. This high length one to even drop more, maybe down back here in around 50% area. That'd be real good. That is 238. That's what's great too. You get on these low time frames. I mean, look at the Shannon entropy percentile. Wham, 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 wham. And you'll have to play around with the percentages or with the length on your Pearson correlation. Everybody knows me. I like having mine on a 5.
Yeah.
But you might, for some longer time series moves, you might want to maybe throw it on a 10, and
Okay.
it won't break as much. Kind of keep you in the position a little longer.
Sure.
This is for those nice quick moves. Nice quick moves. So even though we're getting back up, I mean, this is, I was even talking about this yesterday on this 90-minute. The 9 and the 33 is getting ready to cross back up the 54 length variance log moving average. And then look right where those are at, 42.2.
Yeah, that's
So
exactly what I was looking at now. On your 15-minute Shannon, it looks like it could pull into this region here on your super spaghetti.
Yep. So I'll be looking for that area or for that new daily price action volatility range to be right there. Bitcoin, see some. Oh, that's on the perps, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, on index it didn't, but if you go over here on the perps, you can see they just tested the top side. Yeah. It's been finding some support on the bottom side of the weekly price action volatility range, which is interesting. Let me see, where is this wick to right here? I'll tell you what, I could be wrong, man. This daily range could be a lot higher than we think it's going to be. And one reason is because of that right there. Where was all the volatility today? Right? I mean, you had some decent little 15-minute candles to the downside, but a majority, in my opinion, of the strong volatility was to the top side. Even this little 15-minute dump candle here, they were like, no thanks. We're coming right back up. So could be wrong. Could be wrong. Because the one thing I use the wicks for is to really see where is a lot of volatility at. Boy, I'll tell you what, man, it's right in here. That's for damn sure, especially for that wick to pull back hard like that at the bottom side of the weekly. We could get this new daily range up in this area. We really could. Very interesting. Tell you that, because that's really the only thing that's sticking. Got this up in here, but maybe, or put it this way, maybe it's going to be a little bigger than I think, and maybe the bottom side's going to be about 42.4, and the top side's going to be about I don't know, 42.8, 43. Maybe we'll get a nice big range like right in here. That would be great for Bitcoin. If we can get any part of this daily price action volatility range, the new one we're about to get up inside the weekly, that's good stuff for Bitcoin. Would be nice to see. But yeah, this 90 minutes going to definitely have to start getting its shit together. But we did get up here on the 90-minute log return Z-score and almost tap that 99% confidence interval. So chances are this baby's going to drift down, and it could make it all the way down. It could make it all the way down and not break like that 42, even as low as 42.1. Maybe get a wick down to the bottom here, 42 area.
Mm.
Pull back from there. Maybe
Can I ask,
that would get it down.
sorry to interrupt, sir. I see your Shannon has turned around. We have a little point there, which, yeah, on the 15 minutes. So if the green starts to contract, the CC starts to contract, we float up.
Are you talking about 15-minute or 90?
90-minute right now, this exact time
Yep.
frame. It's the one I
Yeah,
have.
it's contracting, heading into negative correlation. So going into the end of the day here, man, this thing could go back up to 43. It could. But that's where immediately I'm going to drop down to the 15-minute. What's a 45 look like? Actually, 45 has got some nice hidden bull bouncing off the second standard deviation band here. We'll have to see what happens because this could just go up. This could go up here to the zero mean and get a higher high up here by the end of the day, maybe over 43, and just create more bear div. Reject off there and then make it back down to that 42K area and bounce from there, especially since these fissures are heading down. And we're significantly positively correlated contracting on the 45-minute on the Shannon entropy. But Bitcoin, right, it can have little moves real quick and go against that. Let's see. Yeah, here literally for the last one. Pretty much this entire 4-hour candle and almost the last 4-hour candle, Shannon entropy's just been buried. Right, you can see it. I mean, right, nothing. We're just going sideways. We're just going sideways. Not
Okay.
not building any bull div or anything. I do like this though. These 15-minute fissures are getting down here close. They're going to be down here probably by the third standard deviation. Could get a little flip around. That's what I use these for, right? When I'm looking at all this stuff, I'm like, okay, where are these two fissure lengths at? Where are the higher time frame fissure, the 45's heading down too. So we'll have to keep an. Did we just get a new 45? We did.
Ooh, we did. Oh, it was a 15.
Oh, yeah, no, it was 15. Yeah. The end of the 3:15 my time, we get a new 45-minute going into the end of the day. We'll have to see what happens there. Yeah, 15-minute. I mean, to be honest, I would be looking for this since we did get up this high on the 15-minute. I'm always looking for this to come back down to the downside, start testing these confidence intervals down here. But the historical volatility Z-score is dropping into the downside standard deviations, and it's negatively correlated. And we're expanding. Let's see what happens. We just got this new 15-minute, but it's heading up in a positive correlation. We get some volatility come in right here on the 15-minute. This thing's probably definitely going to 43. and it'll probably flip these fissures up here at the second standard deviation. And maybe we don't come down and test these lower levels here until we get the new daily range. It's definitely trying to find some support on this 9 length variance log MA. But for us to have this move and these, I mean, I would like to see these really climbing a lot harder, and they're not. But you've got the 54, 99, and 144. They're all telling you that the log returns are above the mean and the variance is rising.
Okay.
So that's always good. It's always good. And this variance is low. With something's about to happen. Guarantee that. When you get the variance this low, what does variance do? Gets low, whoop, goes up. It doesn't like to stay down here very long. I mean, you go back, even if it's little pops, but you get little outliers. Boop, 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 boop. So let's see what happens here. It's actually really low right now. Hell, it's lower than it's been on the 15-minute for quite some time.
They're playing with it. It just went positive and negatively correlated, as you zoom
Back here.
So it's very sensitive.
That's the last time it was that low. The last time it was that low, we had an outlier to the downside. Right there. Boop. Go back. Shit, I was in the past. Let's get back up into the future here in the year 2000. That's right. I said it. You guys are in a time warp. You're in a matrix, man. They're using you as a battery. Wake up. That's only 1970. Let's see. We're having a sale on our alpha trading system up until the year 2000. Mark it in your calendars.
Sweet. I have an options contract set for 1999.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, I've been hanging out in too many NFT discords. I'm sure MJ's laughing somewhere. I'll tell you what, discords, oh my. Woo! You meet some interesting characters in the Discord NFT land for sure. I'll tell you that right now. It's insanity. Oh my God. I got all kinds of. I have fun. I get to let my inner troll out. Got some crazy man after me. Told him he was a glue eater. He's not having too much fun with that one. He's like, I'm not a glue eater.
All right.
That's a horrible assumption. You don't even know me. Like I'm just trolling you, bro. Relax. Don't get bent out of shape. Now, here we go. Here we go. Starting to try to pump in. This Fisher's turned up. The variance right now is starting to turn up, having an outlier negatively correlated. This thing continues to pump. You'll see that change. You'll see that change, and maybe we get the outlier to the top side, and this thing flies up here by the end of this hour close. Gets up above 43, which I'm all for. The thing is, though, is right. We got this first standard deviation here at 42,780 area, or sorry, 42.8 area. So there's literally a 68.3% chance that this price action on this intraday is going to stay below there. All right, but there's still, there's a percentage that we can close above it. But what are the probabilities telling you? That's why we trade this way. It's all about probabilities. That's all I want to know about. What are the probabilities? Are the probabilities on my side? Am I going against the probabilities like a glue eater? It's not a good idea to go against the probabilities. That's why when I'm in a trade, if volatility is expanding and Bitcoin or any assets running to the top or the bottom, I'm waiting for that 95.4 Laplace distribution range, and I'm going to take my profit there every time. I don't care if there's continuation, a couple more $1,000. I'm out. There's a 95.4% chance that price action is going to get stifled right there. It's not going any further, at least in the intraday. Then we get a new daily candle. I reevaluate. I see where the new daily range, the new price action volatility range is at. I see where the new first standard deviations in the 68.3 Laplace range is at. Where are the 90? If it starts running again, I want to look where that 95.4 is. I did this yesterday with Matic. I was in the trade. Me and MJ were chatting the whole time I was in the trade. And I was just looking. I'll show you exactly what I did. I took my profit way early. But when you do that, profit's
Yeah,
profit. You're just winning. Win, win, win. And I haven't been trading a lot lately. I'll be honest. I got in the trade right at the bounce of this. I got in at $2.04 and 2/10 of a penny. It was like 2042 is where I got in the Matic trade. Where did I take profit at? I took profit at, I believe, 218, the bottom of the weekly range. No, 215.
yeah, it's
I took
reasonable.
profit at 215. Look what it did. Hell, it ran up to 230, 236. I got about a third. I got about a third of the move. I don't give a shit. It's all good. Profit's profit. Everything in the Matic chart was telling me, take the trade. I took the trade. I took my profit at the bottom of the weekly price action volatility range. And if I wouldn't have taken it there, this whole time, this thing's going sideways here. If I wouldn't have taken it there, I damn sure would have front run the center right here. But we're talking 3 more cents. So all this time right here, I kept checking. I'm like, yeah, I'm a genius. Yeah, I'm a genius. Whoop, there we go. I was like, oh shit. They
Damn.
ran off. But it's not like I had like taking profit remorse. My God, that's where people are just like, oh man, I got out of my trade too early. And it's like, those are the people that are emotionally attached to the trade. And those are the people in the long run, they're going to get wrecked. They're going to get wrecked. I would rather be very profitable than not be profitable. That's for damn sure. So, Matic. Time is it? Yeah, we're almost done. This is going to be interesting. Matic's new daily price action volatility range is going to be inside above the weekly. It's going to be a lot bigger than it was today, though, I would imagine. Because it did Matic trend. Yeah, Matic trend big time. What was the percentage move from the center of the daily to the top? Over 15%. Good. So trended 15% to the top side. That's going to widen the daily range, but it's also, I would reckon that you're going to see like 225 to 230 range. Probably have a nice big daily range like right in here. I'm going to be keeping an eye on Matic. Hell, it might be in another trade, especially if I like what I'm seeing. If Bitcoin goes down to that area and wants to bounce from there, Matic could actually make a run. Let's see. It did get into, where's it finding support? This is the center of the monthly range right here, right? So not only is Matic's new daily range going to be above the weekly, it's going to be just ready to bust up the upside of the freaking monthly, which is boom. It's already in the monthly, finding support above the center. We get the next daily range up above the monthly, up in here, and then close the week. And Matic's weekly range gets above this monthly range. Matic could be having a good end of January, and this thing could be back up. Who knows? 275, $3, somewhere up here. Looking real good. Where is the weekly R2? Is that the R2? R2D2. Yep, there's one. There's two. Up there, 284. Matic by the end of the week could maybe make a run at the R2 if everything stays, keep some momentum with Matic. Where's the monthly? There it is. Over $3. The R3 on the weekly and the monthly R1 are both right on top of each other. Kind of a magnet price action. If Bitcoin gets bullish and starts making a run, you'll probably see Matic over $3. Maybe make a run up to this area. That'd be pretty powerful. Ooh, make me want to get FOMO. All right. Anyway, I'll get off there. I don't want to change my damn password yet. Fucking NordVPN driving me crazy. They don't give you an option to turn that alert off, driving me nuts. I don't need you telling me. I change my passwords all the time. Freaky app. Let's see.
Don't let it pop up on the stream kind of notification.
It's like, what the hell, man? See here. I want to get back over Bitcoin real quick. Yeah, kind of getting stifled. I wouldn't be a bit surprised though. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Bitcoin close up here, close up above the 1SD. If it does, that's good. That's good. Just showing some momentum, right? Where boom, then we come down, test into the new daily range somewhere in this area. If we do close up there, we're going to see the top side of the daily range, probably inside the weekly, and that's good for Bitcoin. 100%. But all that being said, we are alpha trading. And we trade volatility, probability, and statistics. And the link to our Discord is in the description of all of our YouTube videos. We would definitely like you to come check us out, read the welcome message, open up a support ticket, take a look at the shop channel. It gives you a little idea of what the two different levels of our Discord are and the access to the alpha trading system. And we will be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I want to thank everybody for watching live in the Discord. Another benefit of being part of our Discord. And we'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. See you guys.